Unit 7, Chapter 14, Learning Objective 10. Compare and contrast acids and bases as defined by Arrhenius and Bronsted-Lowry. So there are different definitions for an acid and base. You have Bronsted-Lowry definition and Arrhenius definition. I don't know which one came first. Couldn't tell you. I think it was Arrhenius that came first, and then Bronsted-Lowry kind of fixed Arrhenius's definition. Because by Arrhenius's definition, some acids and bases don't fall into the category that we would expect them to, whereas Bronsted-Lowry is kind of in general a better definition. Now there is a third definition of an acid and base, but we don't cover that in this class. In fact, that's probably not covered until you get into organic chemistry, which, let's be honest, some of you won't do that, and that's absolutely okay. So for your Arrhenius acid definition, Arrhenius acids produce hydrogen ion in water. Bronsted-Lowry definition of an acid is that an acid donates a proton. Now, we can argue that a proton is just a hydrogen ion, so H+. Bases produce hydroxide, OH- in water. Whereas in the Bronsted-Lowry definition of a base, Bronsted-Lowry definitions, they accept a proton. Now, in both of these definitions, we can say that both of them have or contain hydrogen ion in somewhere in their definition. And both of these define acids and bases. So that was learning objective 10. Compare and contrast acids and bases as defined by Arrhenius and Bronsted-Lowry. So these are two general definitions of an acid and base. So we are in chapter 14, last chapter of the semester. This is learning objective 11, in which we are defining properties of acids and bases. So acids taste sour. They are corrosive. They dissolve metals. They turn blue litmus red. So blue litmus turns red. Phenolphthalein, which is another indicator for acids and bases, is clear. And then the pH for an acid is less than 7. I can also say that they have a high concentration of hydrogen ion. So that's what makes an acid right there. High concentration of hydrogen ion. Bases. So bases, instead of tasting sour, they taste bitter. They feel slippery. They don't dissolve metals. Red litmus turns blue. Phenolphthalein is pink. pH is greater than 7. And they have a low concentration of hydrogen ion. And that is learning objective 11, define the properties of acids and bases.